And now for the moment that everybody's been waiting for. I know I have. We got Luis Ramirez coming to the stage. He is an amazing person. He's funny as fuck. And probably, I don't know, one of the only dark-skinned people that I like. Not that I'm racist, I just don't like anybody. But no, he's a spick, so he's alright in my book. Well, Luis, get the fuck up here. Dude, what the fuck are you waiting for?
Hello. How are you guys doing today? We've read a lot of stuff tonight, and it really disappoints me that, you know, stand-up comics, they come up here and they just, all their jokes rely on just vulgarity and just disgusting humor, racially offensive material, and they just say a bunch of nasty stuff. And I want to make a stand, you know, because I want to stand up here and I want to make, like, Christian jokes, you know? Like, I want to make jokes appropriate for everybody, for mom, for dad, for Jesus. They can all laugh at it. So I'm going to make a stand for Jesus. That being said, I was watching porn the other day. And porn is interesting to me because of the way it works. Because it's a really weird environment. There's always two guys. There's the one recording it, and the guy having sex with the chick. And they're both just really creepy. And a conversation in a porno isn't like a, hey man, what's going on? Do you want to have sex? It's always like, the guy asks the chick really weird questions while the guy's gonna have sex with her is like in the corner masturbating, yeah. So, the guy asked her, I was watching, it was Valentine's Day because I spent Valentine's Day alone in my home masturbating to my Kindle. The Kindle Fire, because the Kindle, there's two types of Kindles, there's the Kindle Fire and the Kindle e-reader. The e-reader, you can read porn, but you can't watch it. So I'm on my Kindle Fire, and it's got this guy, and the guy's, you know, he's recording the chick, and he goes, so, sweet Susan, where'd you go to school? And, you know, the sweet Susan chick, she's all like, I went to school in North California. And he goes, oh, North California. How about you stand up and show us your asshole? And she does. She gets up and she just flaps her ass open and shows her asshole. It's fucking crazy. And it really inspires me that, like, conversations like that take place, because I wish that fucking real life was like that. You know what I mean? Like, I go to work and I wish that, you know, if an old woman came into Sears trying to return a VCR or whatever old people fucking use, and, you know, she comes up to me and she goes, young man, can I return this VCR? And I wish that I could just be like, nah, but how about you turn around and show me that asshole? So, you know, I wish real life could, you know, be more like a pornographic conversation. You know, we all think about it. I mean, I see this sea of faces, and I know all of you go, yeah, that's how that shit goes. So, I opened my set tonight. I said, you know, I want this to be more Christian-based, more Christian humor. And a lot of people hear me say jokes like that, and they think that I'm an atheist. I'm not an atheist. I know that Jesus is real, because I met Jesus in person, like flesh and shit, like fucking, like standing there. And it was in Puerto Rico. I used to live in Puerto Rico. I'm Puerto Rican. I was driving around with my grandma. We were in her SUV. We were going down the road, and we were in a traffic jam. And we stopped the car, because that's what you do when you're in a traffic jam. And in Puerto Rico, there's a lot of drug addicts, but they're not like the drug addicts in Oklahoma. Drug addicts here are adorable, because they're always shaking and happy and shit. Drug addicts in Puerto Rico, they get like a different type of crystal meth and heroin, because they look like stray cats that are fucking dying. They walk around and they're like, they look like, I can't come up with a joke to tell you what they look like, but they look pretty fucking weird, all right? So one of these guys, he comes up to the car, and he knocks on the window. He's like, and he shakes, you know, he takes out, in Puerto Rico, they walk around with McDonald's cups. And he takes it out, and he's like, he puts it up to the window. And then you know automatically, you're like, oh, this guy wants some fucking money, or food, or whatever, he's a drug addict. So, My grandma goes to roll down the window, and I'm like, Grandma, stop. That's a drug addict. That guy's fucking crazy. Look, he's doing that. And she goes, Mira, mijo, let me tell you something. Jesus sometimes takes the form of the less fortunate to test us to see how humble we really are. That could be Jesus right there, looking back at you, saying, you know, is he humble? Does he get to come to heaven with me? And I look at him, you know, and I look out the window, and, you know, this guy's got, like, he's shirtless because it's fucking hot in Puerto Rico. You can't be a crackhead walking around in the heat with a shirt on. You'll fucking die of, like, dehydration and shit, or a drug overdose. He's a drug addict. Either or. So I look at him, and he's got scabs all over his arms. His flesh is burning. There's open wounds. And I look into his eyes, his yellow drug addict eyes, and he looks back to me. And I think, and I'm like, she's right. That could be Jesus. He could be testing us. So I go, all right, Grandma, do what you gotta do. She starts rolling down the window. He puts his cup, you know, against the thing, and she drops a quarter, and he goes, thank you. God bless you. And she goes, you're welcome. And he takes out a gun and goes, now get out of the fucking car. And he just sped off with the car, with the SUV that my grandma worked so hard to get. And I'm like, man, Jesus is a dick.